The cards on the table method. The idea behind the cards on the table method is that using playing cards on the bridge table to present bridge concepts is more effective than using a flip chart, a whiteboard, or a sophisticated data presentation. There are many advantages to having the cards on the table. The students see a suit, a hand, or an entire deal better when the cards are face up on the table. There is nothing better to illustrate cards than the cards themselves. Players face each other instead of looking toward charts or even a presenter. They are well placed to exchange ideas. This active approach helps the teacher handle groups with a wide range of experience and skill. The essential equipment to implement the cards on the table method. The teacher's checklist. Cards. Of course, it's clear that cards are the tools of the trade for bridge teachers. Frequently they are, however, not in good condition. Change the cards more frequently to make sure they're inviting. Bidding boxes. Bidding boxes are essential for high-quality bridge lessons, not only for the obvious reason to make the auction clear. The bidding box offers unexpected advantages. There is a space in the front of the bidding box that can accommodate 13 playing cards. This is the ideal place for students to store cards when they're not in use. The cards on the table method takes many forms. At times, only one hand is face up on the table. All the other hands are in the bidding box. At other times, one suit might be on display. The other 3 suits in the hand are in the front of the bidding box. To teach declarer play, there will be the opening lead, the dummy, and declarer's hand. The other cards are in the bidding box. So, the bidding box gives structure. Here's another idea. If the bidding box sits on the table, the student text can be put under the bidding box. Now the table is clear. Taking care of table clutter is vital when we use the cards on the table method, and we're using the cards themselves to demonstrate bidding, play, and defense ideas. Appropriate-sized student reference material. The Better Bridge student texts are produced with the student and the teacher in mind. They're comprehensive, well-researched, straightforward to read. They are also the right size to be conveniently stored on the table. If the bidding box is attached to the side of the table, the text then goes beside the bidding box. Carefully constructed deals. The carefully constructed deals drive the lessons. Since bridge is a trick-taking game, it's important to see how bidding and defense and the play tips impact the potential of a deal to take tricks. The students want to play, so it certainly meets their expectations when the lessons are driven by high-quality deals. The prerequisite is that the teacher has to be able to efficiently guide the students to distribute a deal. This can be done in several ways. Traditionally, teachers used boards, and then the coded cards became popular. Now deal records allow for maximum flexibility. To use the deal records to best advantage, teachers have to be familiar with the section on card management. Direction cards. Participants need to be identified by a direction, obviously north, south, east, or west. Direction or guide cards are available on the back of the deal records. There is also a direction card with the coded cards. The microphone. The cards on the table method requires that the students are directed to move the cards. To do this effectively and to keep class control, the microphone is important. For me, a microphone is essential. table setup. For best results, set the card table before class as follows. The deal record folder with the deal records inside is in the middle of the table. A deck of 52 cards face down is on top of the deal record. Bidding boxes are open, with one in each corner of the table. Students who are left-handed rearrange the boxes as necessary. Student texts are under the bidding box. You might want to do this at the end of the first session or the first few deals. The text should be available to the students early on in the lesson. Card management. Let the students know what's happening. Instructions like the following are frequent. There are no cards on the table. All of the cards are in the front of your bidding box. There are no cards on the table. You're holding the cards in your hand. Only one hand is face up, and that's the north hand. East, south, and west put your cards in the front of your bidding box. We're looking at the spade suit only. Each player put the spades face up, just in front of the north, south, east directions. The clubs, diamonds, and hearts in each hand are in your bidding box. You might wonder if this is really necessary. There are no cards on the table. You're holding the cards in your hand. Well, what else? But think about the alternative. If we're not very familiar with the procedures that are essential for the cards on the table method, the result can be loss of class control. And that's humiliating for the teacher and the students. Teacher's script for distributing deal records. This is a script, and it's what we would actually say to the students. There are 5 steps to guide us through distributing this deal. Step 1. The first step is to take the cards that are in the middle of your table and spread them face up on the table. Each player takes one suit. One player takes the spades, one player the hearts, one player the diamonds, and one player the clubs. Start to do that now. When you have the 13 cards in your suit, put the suit in the front, not the back, of the bidding box. The 13 cards will fit there. That's the first of 5 steps. There are no cards on the table. The suits are in the front of the bidding boxes. Step 2. This is the second of 5 steps. North, or any player at the table, open the folder that is labeled Deal Records. Take Deal 1 out of the folder. Close the folder. Put Deal 1 on top of the folder, turned to the busy side. That's the side with the numbers and the letters A representing ace or K representing king. It doesn't matter where you point north. The key is to make sure north is in the same direction for each of the deals in this session. Each player, look at the hand opposite you. If you're north, look at the south hand. If you're south, look at the north hand. Are you doing this? If you're east, look at the west hand. If you're west, look at the east hand. This should be slightly irritating for you for 2 reasons. The hand you're trying to see is upside down, and the hand doesn't belong to you, so you're looking at your partner's cards. Now, the moral of this is, don't do it again. Only look at the hand in front of you. Now let's do step 3 of 5. Take your suit out of the front of the bidding box. Look at the hand in front of you. Take the cards from your suit that the hand in front of you needs and then pass the rest of the cards to the left. Take the cards that you need, pass the rest to the left. This is the third step among the 5 steps. Step 4. Pick up the cards from the table. There are now no cards on the table. Each player is holding the 13 cards that represent the hand in front of each player. Check to make sure that you have the right hand. Finally, step 5. North, turn over the deal record in front of you to what I'm going to refer to as the calm side. That's the side with more open space, so to speak. Put the cards you're holding in the front of your bidding box and let's talk. A note to the teacher. There's a video with one table to show some of the ideas for the cards on the table method, and then there are other videos showing large groups. A lot of the ideas seem really unnecessary, but the key is that there's one thing that a teacher has to have. Without it, there isn't a lesson. And that one thing is class control.